We're seeing a guided missile. We're going to see what happens when it's launched, when its landing gear is lowered by remote control, and when it's brought back to Earth. It's a dramatic picture, but more important than the picture was the idea that the picture be made. The idea that with motion pictures, and only with motion pictures, could man see what happens, see it again and again, see it by the hundreds and thousands, any place, any time. Without the development of the missile, this motion picture would not exist. But without motion pictures to aid in their development, missiles might not exist. Modern cameras, lenses, films, and projectors are highly developed, capable of doing wonderful things, but they are inanimate. What they do depends entirely upon the ideas we have for using them. To help spark our ideas, a number of leading American companies and film producers and the armed services have furnished samples of films at work, films that hold ideas for using films. How many ways can film serve us? For the answers, let's look at sections from a great variety of films, starting with something as plain as a light bulb. But here, high-speed photography is being used to record the death of that bulb. How else could you see this? But our study is clinical. We ask, what other actions too fast to see can the camera bring within range of study, enabling us to test materials, design, performance, safety, and prove these tests to the public. Do things happen too slowly to suit us, or even too slowly to see? The camera speeds them up. Many have written that the forward march of time is relentless. Film is the master of time, with power to hasten it, retard it, stop it, turn it back. Do things happen too far away to see? 5 miles up or 5,000 miles around the globe? Film brings them right to your side, for the camera's accuracy as a reporter is rivaled only by its mobility. What about things too dangerous to watch? The camera lets us watch in safety. The camera with its long probing lens and its willingness to serve, when required, unattended. Again we say, dramatic picture. But what doors does it open for us? Nor are these the only ways that film magnifies our powers of observation. Little things, spherolite crystals, are made big through photomicrography. Big things, another planet, are made small through miniatures. Sounds become pictures, permanently recorded for repeated study. The invisible becomes visible. We're seeing shock waves around a model airplane in a wind tunnel. More important, we're seeing how far ideas can advance the use of films in research. And with the ability of film to bridge time and distance, the results of research and testing conducted in widely scattered places can be pooled and shared and coordinated on a worldwide basis. Less spectacular, but no less vital, are ideas for using film in production. Where a man with a stopwatch might be resented, a man with a camera is free to make a lasting time and motion study that can be analyzed at will. Time-lapse photography permits accurate timing of any operation. This and other filming techniques are being widely utilized in the areas of job simplification, safety analysis, methods improvement, and overall production efficiency. Do things happen rarely or only once in a lifetime? The camera is there and makes a permanent record that can be studied over and over again. The event need not be spectacular. It can be any event worth recording. Launching a new product, laying the cornerstone of a new plant, a company outing. For now, we come to think of film not only as a recorder, but as a means of communication. We attend less to the camera and its many possibilities, but more to the projector and the role it plays in conveying messages from one group to another. An automobile is undergoing tests on the proving ground. Engineers will study the films to check out the performance of the car. But is theirs the only interest in this activity? No, there's a story here to be told to the company's employees, to its owners, its customers, and the general public. Management needs to maintain effective communication with all these groups, and thousands upon thousands of films have been produced to serve this end. As a business expands, with sales offices and production facilities far flung across the nation, it becomes increasingly difficult for employees to know the company. Film pulls the parts together, showing the activities of the many plants and the total plant, giving the overall picture, and helping each worker understand the useful role he plays in a complicated production system and in our complex economy. Films that tell the company's story do important work in the fields of personnel relations, employee orientation, and personnel recruiting. And films bring the company to life for the stockholders, reporting progress and problems, as well as a graphic picture of the financial report. The armed forces have been leaders in the use of films for training, and industry has kept pace. For here is the means by which an expert instructor can be many places at once, always teaching techniques and methods known to be right. Films teach new workers new jobs, and veteran workers better ways to do old jobs. Films teach supervisors how to deal with people working under them, training in the increasingly important area of human relations. Films teach safety. Films teach selling the way you want it taught. Selling in all its aspects, from basic principles and company policy to specific techniques and features demonstrations. And then films sell. A filmed demonstration is always a good demonstration, technically accurate, unchanging. Films build up customer acceptance of a product and inspire confidence in the company and its products through showing its history, its research and development programs, manufacture and testing. And films show the customer the product on the job, not merely what it is, but what it will do for him. No claims, but living proof for the man who says, "Show me." Size means nothing to film. There is no product so big that film can't bring it into a prospect's office and demonstrate it in action. Seasons mean nothing either. You can have winter in summer and summer in winter, just as you can leap all hurdles of time and space and weather. Just as film will help you leap all hurdles of communication with your customers, with your employees and your stockholders, and with the public at large. Films speak a universal language. The audience is accessible, and it's enormous. Through television, theaters, schools, churches, factories, and the hundreds of daily meetings of the thousands of organizations to which millions of Americans belong, and where millions of them see films every day of the year. Yes, the audience is waiting. The tools are waiting. And the future of films is waiting. Waiting for those with the vision and the insight and the nerve to pioneer. One thing we know, when man makes his conquest of space, films will have helped him find the way. And films will record his achievement for future generations. Less spectacular perhaps, but almost as boundless, are the potential uses of film in every field of human activity. How will film serve? It's up to you and your ideas.